Welcome to Champlin Park High School. The sun is finally out here, and a great afternoon for softball in the Northwest Suburban Conference as the Maple Grove Crimson pay a visit here to the Rebels in the team's second meeting of the season. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Jim Feldman, and we'll get a look at these teams in action here for the first time for both the teams on 12 Sports this spring. The Crimson, of course, are ranked number 1 in the state. They did have a weekend tournament loss, their first loss of the season, and Champlin Park coming in with a couple of wins, a slower start than what they were expecting. They've had a lot of illness and a little bit of injury working their way through their team, but they felt like they played a really good game against Lakeville North in the tournament over the weekend. Ended up losing 1-0, but their pitcher, Cassie Meyer, had a one-hitter in that one, and they're hoping for their sake that they've turned a corner a little bit as they come into this against this tough opponent with Maple Grove. For Maple Grove, the lineup that Jim Coltis will send up today is features Sammy Sadler leading off and playing center field. Sarah Michael at third base hits second. Then it's the pitcher Sydney Smith hitting third. Sarah Southern, the second baseman, hits fourth. Megan Melcrone, the first baseman, hitting the 5 slot. Kia Anderson in left field. Hannah Lund, the catcher. Taylor Meyer, the DP. And Maddie Gordon in right field for the Crimson. And the defensive lineup here for Brian Woodley and the Rebels. Got Brittany Davis at third base. At shortstop is Sophie Johnson. Second baseman by Maggie Craig. And at first base, Haley Moss. In the outfield, Randy Rogers, Jordan Genrich, and Caitlin Jesh. Emma Lehman is the catcher, and doing the pitching is Cassie Meyer for the Rebels. Cassie on the year, 1 win, 7 losses, a 4.04 earned run average, 61 plus innings pitched, and she has allowed 73 base hits, 16 walks, and 28 strikeouts for the season. Maple Grove is without Jordan Mauk, one of their top players, their catcher, and a very punishing hitter. She is out with an injury suffered over the weekend in the tournament, so definitely going to make some impact for them when they're hoping she's not going to be out too long, Jim.
Yeah, and she's been leading the team in home runs, and plus she's just a solid leader behind the plate. Just kind of, the catcher is one of the most important positions, right, along with the pitcher, and they work together very well. So it takes a little bit of adjustment to get used to a new catcher. We'll see how that plays out today.
It was 8-0 Crimson the first time the teams played, although it was, from what I understand, 0-0 into the 5th. So Champlin Park, I think, feeling that they're a better team maybe than what they've shown so far this year, and if they can put things together. They had just a struggle with the weather too, and obviously that's been the same for everybody, but it didn't help any in terms of getting everybody well from illness when you're playing in 38 degrees and rainy. So
yeah, and trying to get into a groove, when you're coming back from either being hurt or from being sick, it takes a lot of repetitions to really get your groove on.
So Sadler will step in to lead things off. She is hitting at .393 this year, getting on base at a .469 clip. Looks at ball 1, high and away. Sadler can hit with a little pop too, 3 doubles and a triple to her credit. Scored 11 runs. Takes that one over the outside corner. Second baseman Craig playing way up on that right side, expecting a little slap or a drag bunt.
Yeah, she's shown no real indication that she's going to do that, but as soon as the second baseman would drop back, that's when she'd probably pull out the slapping.
That one nips the outside corner. So 2-2 count here to Sadler, leading off the top of the first for Maple Grove against Cassie Meyer. Comes with a changeup and a line out to short as Sophie Johnson able to make the grab. Put in play with a little bit of authority there, but right at Johnson, who was positioned well. So one gone, and now Sarah Michael will be the batter here for Maple Grove. Sarah hitting at .364 so far this season.
Yeah, Sadler stayed back nicely on that pitch, and it was outside, and she drilled it over the left side of the infield, which is where you'd want to go.
Way up and out of the zone on that one. Michael likes to put the ball in play. He's only walked once this year, but has had good success with 8 singles so far this year. Follows that one into the Crimson dugout.
Yeah, another good changeup, keeping the batters off balance here.
Rip and a miss, and Michael down on strikes. So first strikeout recorded by Cassie Meyer. And now the hitter will be Sydney Smith, Maple Grove's pitcher. Another look at that one there, getting the K. Smith, a very good pitcher, but wow, she's turned into a great hitter too. .593 average this year. Couple of homers, 5 doubles. It's driven in 12.
There are a lot of pitchers out there that are also outstanding hitters.
It seemed like for a while that was maybe de-emphasized a little bit, at least on certain teams, where they were, kind of concentrating so much on pitching. But now you're right, good athlete who can hit. And this spot is a big help. Hits it very hard and snared at third. What a play by Brittany Davis, the young third baseman. Smith pounded that ball on one hop. So they call it the hot corner there. That was a hard hit ball there. So a 1-2-3 inning pitched here by Meyer. Despite a couple of decently hit balls there. No runs, no hits, no one left for Maple Grove. And so Champlin Park will step up for the first time here today, and Coach Woodley have a lineup that'll be facing a tough pitcher, but they've seen her once before, and they're hoping they can get some things going. Sophie Johnson, the shortstop, will lead it off. Then it's Randy Rogers, the left fielder, Maggie Craig at second base, Emma Lehman, the catcher, and Davis, who made that great play over at third. Jenrich in center field. Abby Paulsrud, the designated player, hits seventh. Meyer, the pitcher, hits eighth. And Caitlin Jesh in right field, hitting in the 9 slot for Champlin Park. And defensively for Maple Grove, you got Michael and Shannon McMurphy, who's not in the hitting lineup, is the shortstop. Southern at second base, Mulcrone at first, Anderson, Sadler, and Gordon in the outfield. And Hannah Lund doing the catching today with Mauk injured, and Sydney Smith will be doing the pitching here, as she has done most of the pitching for Maple Grove this year. Not every single inning, but close to it. 8-0 so far, and 0.42 earned run average. Pitched 50 innings and struck out 87. So obviously a very dominant pitcher.
Yeah, she brings the ball pretty hard. She's thrown in the low 60s and has good control on her changeup as well. It's a nice speed differential on that. Keeps the hitters off balance. Good either a curveball or a slider that breaks off to the left and throws her eyes ball. And she's not afraid to use any of them at any time.
A very experienced pitcher, certainly, and ranks as one of the better ones around the Twin Cities or around the state. So Champlin Park has really not hit like they would like to so far this year, and they're hoping, latter part of the season, we get May, we get some better weather, that'll change.
Yeah, they started out the season with a 12-run game, and then over the next 8 games they scored a total of 11 runs. So we'll see how they're doing today.
Sophie Johnson stepping in. First pitch over at the knees for a strike. Sophie hitting .289, a .341 on base average for them. Tied for the team lead with 11 base hits. Gets under this one, pops it up, and it's going to be the second baseman ranging over there to make the grab there for the Crimson as Southern squeezes it.
See, just a little bit late on that swing and dropping down and popping the ball up. Ball comes in just over the top of the strike zone. That's a tough one to lay off of because you get a real good look at the entire ball and you just want to go out and hit it.
Randy Rogers, the hitter. There's a strike.
Crimson plays the entire infield in a little bit in the anticipation of a slap, not the same defense that Champlin Park was playing.
Rogers hitting at .250 this year. And able to lay off that one up high. There's a strike.
Yeah, and that pitch ended up.
And a called third strike, and Rogers caught on strikes. By the way, Taylor Meyer playing at second, not Southern, down there as they've immediately flexed her in, it looks like.
Tough pitch, caught the corner, outside corner at the shoulders.
Maggie Craig in and fouls this one back. Nice catch by a fan over there.
Hey, quick hands, but don't let them drop, right? Stay on top, okay? All you. Let's go, drive shot. Drive shot, rip.
Craig's at .286 so far this year. Couple of runs batted in. Up a little bit out of the strike zone there.
Good job. Go get yours now. Come on, short compact swing, inside ball.
Ooh, and that one hit her. Craig's going to be aboard as she tried to get out of the way, and it just glanced off her forearm. It sounded like I could hear it.
Yep, caught her in the right forearm.
So painful way to get on, but a runner nonetheless for Champlin Park. Maggie Craig's aboard, and Emma Lehman will be the hitter now for the Rebels, and she's one of only two in their regular lineup over 300 for the year, hitting .324, 7 runs batted in, which is a team high figure, which drops down a pretty good bunt. Michael's going to go to first, and they get the out, and that will be out number 3. So Smith works around the hit by pitch. For the Rebels, no runs, no hits in the inning, and 1 left aboard. We've played 1 complete here at Champlin Park. 0-0 our score between the Rebels and the Crimson.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
Welcome back here to Champlin Park as the Crimson and the Rebels battle here in Northwest Suburban Softball. Southern, Mulcrone, and Anderson will hit here for Maple Grove as you get a look at Jim Coltis, the Crimson head coach who coaches girls hockey here at Champlin Park in the winter season. So little history with both schools, and then on the other side, as an assistant coach, is Kurt Moss for Champlin Park, who spent a long time coaching softball and basketball in the Crimson program. So not too far apart, these schools. And there's a look at Brian Woodley, the Rebels head coach. And he said, maybe I don't want to be apologetic for, making things feel like we, are better than what we've shown, but he feels like his team is better than what that record looks like and will play better down the stretch.
Well, and they certainly played a good game against Lakeville North. Lakeville North is also one of the top-ranked teams in the metro area, along with Maple Grove. And they showed the ability to stay right then with them, keep them off balance, and the only hit was a home run, and it was, according to him, on a very good pitch, down and low.
Sarah Southern, the batter, and fouls that one back. She's hitting at .370 this season for the Crimson. Couple of doubles. Change up, hit hard, but it'll get through.
Yeah, she timed her swing on that changeup very well. Drove it right past the first baseman.
So Mulcrone's the hitter now for Maple Grove. Meyer missing away. Megan's hitting .375 this spring. 3 doubles, a triple, a home run. There's a strike. High chopper, Paulsrud up with it, and it just wins the race over there as the runner Southern advances. So Mulcrone gets her over, but not quite able to beat this one out. It was a little bit, yeah, she got there pretty easily, but Paulsrud.
Yeah, a little moment of indecision there. Do I flip it to the second baseman or take it myself? And generally, you don't want to make a throw that's less than 3 feet. And there's too many things wrong can happen with that.
Yeah, Anderson, the hitter, a swing and a miss at that one up high. She's sitting at .259 this year for the Crimson. 3 doubles among her hits and 3 runs batted in.
Hey, 1-1, never know. That change is there and you like it. Boom, right center. Okay, here we go. Stay tall, hands up. Nobody here, Sarah.
In the dirt, runner is going to try to advance. Here's the throw down, and she is out. Southern taking a gamble there, and Lehman throws her out rather easily as she kept this ball very near her, right at her feet, picked it up, and all that was left then is, do you get the tag on? And they absolutely did.
Yeah, it's a perfect throw, too, right where the third baseman could just catch the ball and drop the tag down.
I don't know if maybe Sarah didn't realize that the ball had stayed as close to Lehman as it was. Sometimes you're banking on that the catcher may not be able to find it as quick, but Lehman had no trouble picking up where that ball was. And at that point, as the base runner, you're kind of going, uh-oh. Here's a well-hit ball by Anderson out to right, but it's going to hang up. And the catch is made out there for the Rebels by Jesh. So Maple Grove a little bit of a threat, but they don't score in the second. No runs, 1 base hit. No errors and no one left aboard. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It is 0-0, the Crimson and the Rebels.
I never thought miss you half as much as I do. It must be love, love, love. It must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best.
It must be love. It must be hospice.
Here we go to the bottom of the second inning. Champlin Park getting set to hit against Sydney Smith of Maple Grove. No score on the board yet. Brittany Davis, Jordan Jenrich, and Gabby Paulsrud will be the hitters for the Rebels. They got one base runner in the first, so as Maggie Craig was hit by a pitch, but that couldn't do any more with that. Seen so many gray days and cold days. These players have to be just loving this, getting the chance to be out here, and you kind of say, okay, this is what it's supposed to be like.
Well, what they really need is the opportunity to get outside during practices. And with as many games as have been canceled, the teams are playing 4, 5, 6 days a week. And so, the opportunity to get good practice skills in is very limited. But they do enjoy today.
Davis, who made a really nice play in the field, the bottom of the first, snaring a hard one-hopper. Didn't mean to swing at that one, fouls it toward the Maple Grove dugout. Hits this one well, and that's going to be into center field for a base hit. So Brittany Davis showing already as a young player that she's going to be one to watch in this conference for years to come.
Yeah, that off-speed pitch was left up in the zone a little bit. It's easy to make contact with that one. And she struck out well right up center field.
Just a ninth grader. Runner is going. Here's the throw down. Close as a nice dig out of the dirt, but Davis is going to beat it. And she is able to swipe second.
Yeah, an excellent throw. Right on the money.
So we'll see if Jenrich will be looking to bunt here with runner now swiping second. See, it's a strike. She's going to third and is going to make it. Wow, Brittany Davis, aggressive. She is able to, I don't know if she caught the defense a little off guard taking third, but took it rather easily, showing some great speed and a great jump. Ball's bunted, she's coming to the plate. The flip is not in time. So Davis leading off with a hard single and then great base running, steals second and third, and then able to get in under the tag as Jenrich will get a squeeze bunt.
That was a suicide squeeze. She was going right on the pitch, and it was well played by Maple Grove. But when the offense executes that play very well, there's not much you can do with it.
Gabby Paulsrud, the hitter now for Champlin Park as they strike first. Runner is going again. Here's the throw down and not going to be in time. So Jenrich able to swipe second. See Champlin Park, boy, that was close. Champlin Park being very aggressive when they got base runners on, and working with the backup catcher for Maple Grove. Ball bunted in the air. think they noticed that.
Yeah, and Hannah Lund, I mean, she's got a good arm, but her transfer and her release is a little bit slower than you would like to see from a top-line catcher. They obviously wanted to, Champlin Park wanted to check that out, and they've enjoyed what they've seen so far.
Blew that one past Paulsrud for a strikeout. Second strikeout for Sydney Smith, and now Cassie Meyer, the pitcher, will step in here for the Rebels. Offered at it, trying to bunt, not able to put it in play. And a little pop-up. Smith will make the catch. And back into second goes Jenrich. And so Caitlin Jesh will be the batter now for Champlin Park.
Well, that's one of those little pop-ups that if it's, hit slightly differently, it, hits the ground, and then who knows what's going to happen with all the spin on the ball. But Smith was able to field her position well and get it.
Yeah, sometimes those real hard backspin ones can play tricks with your eyes a little bit too, if it gets up there a little bit.
And if you don't squeeze it well, it can just spin right out of your glove.
A little pop up on the bunt. It's going to be foul at the plate. Yeah, in a lot of ways, those are harder to catch, I think, than line drives.
Yeah, the line drive will, make an impression in your glove, and it's almost impossible. Well, it's not impossible to miss them, but it's the ball is helping you out. Plus, line drive is just like playing catch.
1-2 count here to Jesh. Smith trying to get out of trouble here. One run has come in for Champlin Park here, and they lead at 1-0. And there's a called third strike on the inner part of the plate, and the Rebels are done in the second. They do, though, get one run on one base hit. No errors and one left aboard. We've played 2 innings complete here. It is Champlin Park 1 and Maple Grove 0.
A Brooklyn Park church received some unwelcome visitors this past weekend.
Volunteers really do have their work cut out for them. They'll be inspecting 23,000 residential lots and city boulevards.
The problem began when the railroad decided to increase the train's speed. In the process, they had to raise a portion of the track over here.
Fire crews got a call around 4 Friday morning from a passerby alerting them to a deck fire.
This time, little lob for Winicky, trying to go up and get it. Touchdown!
Welcome back here to Champlin Park. We are heading to inning number 3 here as Maple Grove now trailing the Rebels 1-0. Be the bottom third of the order for Maple Grove. Lund, Meyer, and Gordon will hit as they face righty Cassie Meyer. They went 1-2-3 in the first. They got a leadoff single in the second, but Southern ended up being thrown out trying to advance on a pitch in the dirt. So ran themselves out of a possible scoring threat a little bit there.
Yeah, in the game we broadcast on Friday, Hopkins ran themselves out of, they had 3 runners thrown off the bases. And, Wayzata scored 2 runs without the benefit of a hit in 1 inning, and that was the ball game. And this is shaping up, looks like it could be a close game, and these little things could really add up.
Yeah, when you're thinking about, keys to the game, a lot of times base running is something that gets a little bit overlooked, but boy, it can be really crucial. Both good and bad.
Yeah. Well, she was trying to make an aggressive play on trying to take third on that ball that got away from the catcher. It was just kind of a bad break that the ball happened to stop right underneath the catcher. From her vantage point out at second base, she saw the ball disappear between her legs, and usually that scoots back closer to the backstop.
3-2 count. Ooh, close one taken for a ball. Hannah Lund will be aboard here for Maple Grove. See if they will run for her. Looks like there will be a runner down there at first. Alyssa Mickelson will run. So Taylor Meyer will be the hitter. Meyer squaring around, gets the bunt down. They're going to go to first and get the out there. Again, a good play by Brittany Davis there, charging in. And so sacrifice is successful there by Meyer.
It's her second sacrifice of the year. It's a excellently played defensively on that. It was a very good bunt. Got the job done, and it's one of those small things that could lead to a run here.
Maddie Gordon, the batter now for Maple Grove. That one's in the dirt. Lehman makes a nice stop. Gordon hitting at .300 for the season, 5 singles. Scored 7 runs. He's driven in 4. So even at the bottom of the lineup has had definitely some production for this team.
You know, the amount of runs scored just shows how productive the top of the lineup is.
Pops it in the air. Davis charging hard, not quite able to get there. Didn't hang up quite enough here. Davis got a pretty good break, but just not quite able to get there.
Yeah, you could see her initial reaction was to come straight in towards the batter, and then she recognized that the ball was off to her right a little bit. Didn't quite get there.
2-2 count here to Gordon, the top of the order coming up after her as Sadler waiting on deck here for the Crimson. Chopping it foul and stays alive in there. Reaches out and lines that one over the dugout. Change up and fouls another one away.
Yeah, keeping the batters off balance with changing the speed, and then she'll come in with that good hard drop ball and hit the top of it. Meyer's not an overpowering strikeout pitcher, which moves the ball around, changes speeds.
Another foul there as Gordon in a good battle here with Meyer.
Yeah, Meyer's just basically painting the corners with pitches that can't really be hit that well. And you got to swing at them because they might be called for strikes.
Another change up and another foul lifted back out of play. Who's going to win the battle here?
Yeah, changeup came in about 25% slower than her fastball, which is excellent.
And this one is hit a long way down the right field line. Will it stay fair? Yes. And it is a home run. Maddie Gordon wins the battle and wins it in a big way, driving it out.
Right, she just got a hold of that one, pulled it right down the line, and it hung up there for a long time. And
I knew she'd hit this ball well. I wasn't entirely sure if it was going to stay fair, but not much wind to deal with today. And Gordon.
No, and she got the barrel of the bat out on it, so the ball was not hooking as it was going down the line. It was just a nice straight shot.
That puts a charge into Maple Grove for sure. First of all, seeing her battling, fouling pitches off, pitch after pitch, and then your number 9 hitter turns on one that drives it out down the right field line. That's got to be a lot of fun for them. Now it's Meyer's turn to try and just shake that off and forget about it, though, as the top of the order steps in is Sammy Sadler, the hitter. Sadler lined one to the shortstop her first time up, so 0 for 1 today. And driving it to left. He's going to hang up, and it's playable, and the catch made there by Rogers. So 2 gone here in the third. And Sarah Michael will be the batter for Maple Grove. Starts her with a changeup that just misses. Michael was a strikeout victim her first time up in the first inning. Ooh, and a hard liner right back past the pitcher. Might have even grazed her a little bit. Michael with a rope up the middle for a single, and Maple Grove maybe not done yet. A runner on with 2 gone. Sydney Smith will be the hitter.
Yeah, those pitchers are so close to the action. You know, most of them, at least in summer ball, they wear the defensive face masks.
Change up there is in the dirt there to Smith. Smith hit the ball very hard her first time up, but the third baseman Davis had a good one-hopper. So 0 for 1 today, but still a kind of an ominous at bat if you're Champlin Park because of how hard she hit it. Smith got under this one, though, and lifts it out to center field, and it will hang up there for Jenrich. And so the Crimson done in the third, but they get on the board and take the lead in a big way on the homer by Gordon. 2 runs in the inning on 2 base hits. No errors and 1 left aboard. We go to the bottom of the third. It is now 2-1 Maple Grove.
Hi, I'm here to tell you about a new medical website designed especially for older folks. Website, you say? I can't work on computers. They're not senior friendly, blah, blah, blah. But the National Institutes of Health fixed all that. Now you can make the type bigger, increase contrast, even make it talk to you.
Arthritis.
Just go to NIHseniorhealth.gov and get the best medical information available anywhere. NIHseniorhealth.gov. Built with you in mind.
Champlin Park now trailing it 2-1 as they will have the top of the order, though, coming up in inning number 3. Johnson, Rogers, and Craig will step in against Sydney Smith as Maple Grove has just grabbed that lead on the home run. Johnson, the hitter, had a little line out to the second baseman her first time through. Smith's first pitch up and out of the zone here to Sophie Johnson.
Had that little shot of Smith's feet there. The feet are so important in the way a pitcher throws and the ability to throw the ball hard. And you can see the way that Smith launches herself or pushes herself forward using her foot and gets a lot of power.
Lifted out to left field, and it is playable and caught. So Johnson flying out to Anderson and left. Not much wind to deal with today, but the sun, potentially can be an issue.
Yeah, although the sun's coming in over the right field fence, so it's not really in the way of most of the fielders.
Randy Rogers, the hitter. I guess I'm just thinking of where we're looking, pretty much right into it. It feels like it could be a problem, but you're right. For the most part there, they've got not terrible problem with the sun at this point in the daylight anyway. Swing and a miss. Rogers took a called third strike her first time up. She is 0 for 1. Laid off that one.
Sure. Okay, we're going to take a look at Sydney Smith throwing the ball in slow motion here. See, she just attacks, comes straight off. It looked like I couldn't tell exactly what pitch that was from the way it was thrown. But when you watch these pitchers in slow motion, it's really amazing to see just how coordinated and how all the different muscles work together to come together and really create some whip in the arm and get the ball over the plate and flying quick.
Rogers able to work out a walk against Smith there, so a 1-out base runner here for the Rebels. Maggie Craig will be the batter. Maggie was hit by a pitch her first time up. Swing and a miss. Well, they ran very aggressively when they got runners in the second. We'll see if with 1 out here and Rogers aboard, if that's something we'll see again. She was running, and it's a hit and run out into left field. So a couple aboard now for Champlin Park. Craig did exactly what you wanted to there by putting that ball in the vacated spot. So Lehman will bat now for Champlin Park.
Yeah, although that ball would have gotten through the infield in any case, but yeah.
Lehman takes a strike. Bounce to the third baseman, Michael, her first time up. So 0 for 1 today, but definitely a good spot here for Champlin Park as they try and tie it up. 2 aboard. Lifts this one foul and out of play down the first base side. The 0-2 way up and out of the zone. Lund having to get up on her tiptoes for that one.
That's good to change the eye angle of the batter and throw in where she can't possibly hit it.
And a rip and a miss. Smith wins that battle with Lehman, so 2 outs. And Brittany Davis will be the hitter now for Champlin Park. And Jim Coltis coming out for Maple Grove here. I'm not sure if this is a strategy thing or if...
He's calling in the umpire. I wonder if...
something to do perhaps with the pitching circle. The rubber or the landing spot or something, it looks like.
It looks like they're looking more at the...
I wonder, is it possible that another rubber is a shorter distance rubber is starting to show through, or...
Yeah.
Or maybe it's...
No, that's what it is.
I didn't think it was really an injury thing, and I thought, well, probably not a strategy, but you never know. And so they get to...
you know, the The high school distance is 43 feet, and the distance for 12U softball is 40 feet. High school used to be at 40. And so a lot of fields are set up with multiple pitching rubbers. Now, generally, they have removable pitching rubbers. It looks like this one, they just wanted to, bury it down in the ground a little bit. Now, 3 feet, all pitchers are going to stride much farther than 3 feet. On the other hand, your drag foot can come out that far. And if that's right about, as you're releasing the ball, if your foot is running into an obstacle, that could throw off your control.
Runners are going. Here's the throw to third, and it is in time. So this time Lund coming up with a strong throw, and they get Rogers trying to swipe third. And the Rebels are done in the third inning. No runs, 1 base hit, no errors, and 1 left aboard. We've played 3 full here at Champlin Park. It is 2-1 Crimson on 12 Sports.
Yeah, but did you see how much he had to drink last night? I can't believe that guy made it home. Nobody drives drunk anymore. Hold on, I got another call coming in.
While drunk driving rates have dropped greatly, negligent driving and speeding fatalities have skyrocketed. Someone dies every 13 minutes from negligent driving, so keep your hands on the wheel, your eyes on the road, and your phone put away.
Welcome back here to Champlin Park as Sarah Southern gets set to bat for Maple Grove. They'll have their 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up against Cassie Meyer of Champlin Park. Been a pretty entertaining ball game so far. We've seen a little bit of everything, including what so far has been a hit of the game. Maddie Gordon, the number 9 hitter for Maple Grove, with a 2-run blast in the third after a long at bat in which he fouled away a number of pitches here. So Southern is 1 for 1, had a single in the second inning. Was eventually, though, cut down on the bases trying to advance from second to third on a ball in the dirt. Fouls this one. That one might have caught catcher and umpire.
Yeah, they checked with each other to see if they were okay.
Lehman sliding out to block that. Obviously no base runners, but you still like to see that when your catcher's able to make clean blocks like that. Ooh, and Southern rips a hard liner back up the middle. So a leadoff single here in the fourth. She led off the second with a single, and that time Maple Grove not able to bring her around, but we'll see this time. They've started to, I don't want to say they've solved Meyer by any means, but there have definitely been some hard hit balls these last couple innings.
Yeah, there have been. And, sometimes when you're facing a pitcher that, relies on finesse and, is a little bit slower than generally the pitchers you've been facing, it takes a little while to get the timing down. But Maple Grove seems to have made that adjustment.
Bunting it up in the air, and that's a rather easy play for the third baseman, Davis. And so 1 gone. Mulcrone not getting that ball down in the dirt like she wanted to. So Kia Anderson will bat now for the Crimson. She flied to right field her first time up.
Yeah, it was a real good pitch by Meyer, keeping the ball high in a bunting situation, so those are hard to get down on the ground.
Driving this one again out to right field, and again it is playable. And catch made by Jesh for out number 2. So Hannah Lund will bat now for the Crimson as they try not to squander that leadoff single. Change up in for a strike. That one in on the hands and fouls it back out of play, so 0-2. Meyer's shown some pretty good composure. Obviously, there have been a few balls, put in play against her pretty well, but she seems to keep the same demeanor either way.
Yeah, she has been, and she's, hitting her spots and
lifted out to short left, and a nice grab out there by the shortstop. Sophie Johnson actually goes out to track it down, and the Crimson done in the 4th inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left aboard after that nice catch by Sophie Johnson. We go now to the bottom half of the 4th. Still 2-1 Maple Grove here on 12 Sports.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
Sydney Smith working with a 1-run lead here against Champlin Park. The Rebels in the 4th will have Davis, Jenrich, and Paulsrud getting set to step up as they try and battle back and tie this one up or go ahead. They got a run in the 2nd inning, and the hitter leading off here was a big part of that as Davis singled and then stole 2nd and 3rd, and then got a good jump on a squeeze bunt to score their only run. So can see why they're liking her potential already as a 9th grader. Great defensively, and obviously can do it a little bit offensively too.
Yeah, it's always good to have depth in your program coming up and get some of the younger players involved. And you don't want to wind up in a situation where you've got 6 seniors on your team and they all graduate, and then the next year you're kind of rebuilding.
Fouled back and out of play as she came with the high heat there, and Davis aggressively hacking at it and fouls it back.
She took a nice swing at for a high pitch. It's not an easy pitch to hit.
Swings through that one, and it's quickly 0-2. See if Smith will just try and go power on power and blow her away, or if she'll work some off speed in here. And a called 3rd strike. 3 straight strikes, and Davis is down. 1 gone. Jenrich will be the hitter for Champlin Park.
Clip the outside corner on that one. Excellent location on that pitch.
Jenrich reached on a fielder's choice with a bunt that scored Davis. Little dribbler down to 2nd. And the flip over there made by Meyer, so 2 gone, and Paulsrud will be the batter. Relatively easy play that time for Meyer.
Oh, they just make them look easy.
Yeah, a lot of practice goes into making that look smooth. Paulsrud struck out her first time up. Looks at ball 1. And now 2-0. Little defensive swing there. Probably would have been a called strike anyway. 2-1.
Yeah, it's one of those. She was probably thinking, I'm not swinging. Wait a minute, me as well.
And that one nips the outside corner, so now 2-2. And chases that one up and out of the zone. Smith with a dominant inning here. It goes 1-2-3. The Rebels do no runs, no hits, and no one left. We played 4 full here in the Northwest Suburban. 2-1. Maple Grove leading Champlin Park on 12 Sports.
Not long ago, Albert couldn't take long walks. He was diagnosed with a bad heart. After considering all the treatment options, his heart specialist recommended a pacemaker instead of putting him to sleep. Get the facts about animal research.
Maple Grove trying to build on a 2-1 lead as they get set to hit here in the 5th. Have the 8-9-1 spots coming up for the Crimson.
The power of the order.
Yeah, exactly. Gordon has the big blast for today. Meyer had a sacrifice her first time up, so involved in that 2-run inning as she bunted Lund's courtesy runner over, and then Gordon took one out. Change up just missed.
Those are the ones that you think that the fooled the umpire on that one.
Tapper to short, long throw across for Johnson, just got her at first. And nice play in the field, so one gone here in the 5th, and now Maddie Gordon will step up. Davis tried to get over and cut it off, couldn't quite reach it, and sometimes that distracts the shortstop.
Yeah, but if Davis can get to that ball, that's her ball, because all her momentum is going towards first base, and she's about 10 feet closer to the play.
Yeah, there's no margin for error anymore by the time Johnson fields that ball. If she's not straight and strong with the throw, she probably wouldn't have gotten her. Gordon fouling that one back.
In that play that Davis made, it's hard for a lot of the younger players to they feel like they're being a ball hog or something, trying to cut off everything they can get to. But it's really the smart softball play to go for it when you're a third baseman.
I wonder if the first time Gordon came up, if she's told her teammates in the dugout, I'm going to foul off about 10 pitches in a row, and then I'm going to yank one out down the right field line. Probably not, but it was a good aggressive swing. Oh, and she stings this one too. On one hop out to right field, and that is 2 for 2 now for Gordon. One out base runner, and the top of the order coming with Sammy Sadler. This was a very hard hit ball.
She's got Meyer figured out.
Sadler's 0 for 2 today. A little liner to short and then fly to left. Takes ball 1. And that one again up and out of the zone. That one at the knees on the outside corner, now 2-1.
She gets good movement on her pitches, especially when she's keeping them low.
Oh, nice changeup, spins in for a strike, and 2-2.
That's a well-thrown change. It's very difficult to pick up. Some pitchers will tip it off early, but
runner going, knocked to third. Davis knocks it down. Throw to first is just in time. Crimson didn't think so, but Sadler is out. The base runner does advance from first to second. Davis knocking this one down, gets to it and comes up throwing.
Looks like they got her. You know, the important part of that play was Davis just keeping her cool.
Michael is the hitter, and first pitch is a changeup over for a strike. So Gordon down to second, but now 2 gone. Sarah's 1 for 2, a strikeout, and then had a hard line single. Fouling it straight back. Lifted out of play, or into the fence anyway, down the right field line. Pretty big batter here from Meyer. I'm sure she would just as soon not have to face Smith with, you know, another base runner aboard.
You don't want to face Smith anytime.
Michael laying off that one. And also big hitter in terms of if she's able to get a solid line drive hit, might very well score that runner from second. Change up, drilled, and that's going to be a hit, and it should score a run. They're going to throw toward the plate, but not nearly in time. Lehman comes up, cuts it off, but they maybe made a little mistake in the field there by not throwing a ball that could be cut off. Gordon scores a single and an RBI for Michael, and then she advances to second on the throw in.
Yeah, that's kind of a cardinal rule that the outfielders have to be able to hit their cut to keep that runner from advancing the extra base, especially in a play like that where even if the throw would have come through perfectly, the runner would have been safe by
we could see
margin.
it. We could see it pretty good from our vantage point that there wasn't really much of an opportunity to even come close to getting it out at the plate there, unless the runner happened to slip or something. But so a 3-1 lead here, a little offensive conference for Maple Grove as Smith comes up. You do wonder a little bit if the fact that, well, it's hard to say because they got great hitters behind her too, but the fact that the runner moved from first to second might make it tempting for Champlin Park to pitch around Smith a little bit. But then again, you got Southern who's 2 for 2 right behind her, so that maybe makes that a not a great thing that they want to do either. So
yeah, Southern doesn't have the extra base pop that Smith has got.
Smith, though, today is 0 for 2, a hard bouncer to third and a fly to center.
You know, when you're hitting almost 600 coming into the game, you can say she's due, huh?
2-0, I think Meyer will probably be somewhat careful to her here, the way it looks. And there's a changeup. She has really shown a willingness and an ability to throw that change in spots when you don't think it's coming.
Well, that's when you have to throw it, because if the batter knows it's coming, it's not a very good pitch.
Meyer, I think, thought she might have caught part of the plate with that one. Doesn't get it. 3-1. Comes back with the changeup. And it was close, but taken for a ball.
Yeah, it looked like they were going right after Smith.
And we're going to have a courtesy runner coming in for Maple Grove as Josie Roll will run for the pitcher Smith. 2 outs, 2 aboard for Maple Grove. They've got 1 run in the sitting already. They lead it 3-1, but they are hungry for more here. Sarah Southern has hit the ball very well today, 2 for 2, pair of singles.
Yeah, that's where the Rebels need to step up and end this inning right now. Stay in the game.
Taken for a ball. Way up high with that one, and 2-0. 3-0, so in danger of walking Southern. Meyer's trying to fight a little frustration with a couple pitches she thought might have been strikes against Smith, the previous hitter.
Oh yeah, you can see her body language is completely different than it was in the last inning.
That one is over for a strike. Southern looked to be taking all the way there on 3-0. So now 3 balls, 1 strike. And that one nips the outside corner. It might be Maple Grove's turning to groan a little. 3-2.
Well, that's part of the game, you know. You tend to even out over time.
Change up, and that one fouled back into the backstop by Southern. And hits it hard to left field. That'll be down for a hit. They're going to send the runner. Here comes the throw. Cut off, and the throw to the plate. Then not in time, and that one appeared to be a ball that probably should not have been cut. They might have had an opportunity at the out at home.
Yeah, it looked like it was pretty much right on line. No, the throw would have been up the line a little bit towards first base.
So Southern delivers an RBI single. She's 3 for 3. And Megan Mulcrone will be the batter. Four to 1 Crimson lead. Megan is 0 for 2 today. Grounder to first. And popped one up to third. Trying to bunt. Meyer fires that one over for a strike.
Yeah, she looks like she's regained her composure now. It's just a little temporary frustration of a couple of pitches that got to her for a hitter or two.
This one, it's a fair ball down the left field line. It's going to score another run. Southern digging into third, and Mulcrone to second with an RBI double. And now a 5-1 lead for Maple Grove as Roll comes around to score on the RBI double by Mulcrone.
Yeah, we get a hit and error on the left fielder, allowing the runner to go to third.
Coach Woodley is coming out, and all I can think that he might be discussing is if this was a foul ball.
It was. The third baseman got her glove on it in fair territory. Ooh, yeah, if the third baseman touched the ball in fair territory, then it would be a fair ball. Well, actually, that was fair because it skipped up over the bag. It, hit the ground in fair territory, skipped up over the bag, and
then as Jim said, score a double and then an error on the left fielder, allowing the runners to move up one. So error on the Rebels as well. Kia Anderson is the hitter now for Maple Grove. Takes a strike. Got Mickelson out there running at second for Mulcrone. Anderson was flied to right field both her first 2 times up, so I guess the right fielder ought to be ready out there. Way up and out of the zone. Lehman did a nice job just to catch that one. Change up, and a nice catch by Craig. That one would have meant at least one run and maybe more, but it's a great inning for Maple Grove in the 5th. They come up with 3 runs in the inning on 4 base hits. There was 1 error and 2 left aboard. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning now. It is 5-1 Rebels.
What do you want from the all-powerful Oz?
A brain. People wonder how I got to be the all-knowing Wizard of Oz. I go to USA.gov, the official source for government info.
Pick up the student loan form to your right. Next!
I want to go back to Kansas.
Oh, that's a toughie. Back to USA.gov, passport applications.
For federal and state government information, there's no place like USA.gov.
And welcome back to your 5-1 Crimson, of course. I said Rebels ending that last half inning as Maple Grove came through with a big 3-run inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th now. It'll be the 8-9 one-hitters coming up for Champlin Park against Sidney Smith. They've got their work cut out, but still some time to go and try and get some things going as they trying to get some base runners here, get the inning started here as Meyer will step in. She popped up a little low pop to the pitcher, Smith, her first time up. She is 0 for 1. Rip and a miss.
Yeah, Smith has found her groove. She's really started putting in cruise control the last couple innings here.
Way up high with that one, 1-1. Swing and a miss. Just got a piece of that one to hang in. And a called third strike as Meyer is caught looking.
Yeah,
7th K.
Smith working the top part of the strike zone for most of that at bat. And, you know, you've got Meyer up there going, well, is it going to be a rise? It's going to hop out of the zone, or just fastball? It's going to stay right there, and then she just burns one right over the plate.
Josh is the hitter now for Champlin Park, and she fouls that one back out of play. She was a strikeout victim her first time up. Little tapper, fielded by Smith, fires and handcuffed Mulcrone a little bit, but she was still able to make the catch. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 5th.
Feels her position well, throws a little bit low, but
it was right in that
there.
in-between spot for the first baseman of, you know,
right.
how you're going to catch it. Is it above your waist or below? It was kind of right at her. Johnson, the hitter now for Champlin Park, has popped to second, fly to left, 0 for 2. I think another thing that helps make Smith an effective pitcher a little bit too is she's tall and big, strong girl. You have to feel like she's kind of almost right on top of you when she releases the ball a little bit if you're a hitter.
Yeah, she does. She's got a good aggressive stride.
Little tapper back to Smith again, fires to first, and she has another quick 1-2-3 inning here in the 5th. Rebels, no runs, no hits, and no one left. We've played 5 full. It is 5-1 Crimson here. Northwest Suburban softball action on 12 Sports.
watch Channel 12 at home, why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
Maple Grove has pulled out now to a 5-1 lead. Breaking open a close one here with 3 runs last inning in the 5th. In the 6th, they'll have Hannah Lund, Taylor Meyer, Maddie Gordon as the scheduled hitters here against Cassie Meyer. Lund has walked and popped to short. Hannah really had just 2 official at-bats coming into this game, but again playing in place of injured Jordan Mauk.
She's done a pretty good job behind the plate. It's a tough thing to jump in and replace a really team leader.
Even though you prefer, not to lose a player at any time, it does kind of bolster your depth a little bit, I think, when you do get a chance for somebody like Hannah to have to come in and play.
Yeah, especially at such an important position.
Fouls that one back and out of play.
And catchers, they're prone to picking up a lot of little, nagging injuries, if not more serious injuries, and so you could be starting your state tournament run and catch a foul ball in your hand, and you might have to miss that game. And it's good to have the confidence that you've been thrown to this kid before, and she's done a good job. So.
Hit the ball fairly hard, but right at the second baseman Craig, and she flips to first for the out. One gone here in the 6th, and Taylor Meyer will be the batter. Taylor 0 for 1 officially, also had a sacrifice in the 3rd. Lifting this one down the left field line, it is going to be playable in foul ground, and the catch made out there by Rogers, so 2 outs. And Maddie Gordon will step up, and Maddie Gordon's been really good today. A 2-run homer and then a solid line drive single in the 5th. She's 2 for 2.
And that home run came after that.
And she's looking to bunt her way on, and she is aboard with a bunt single. How do you like that? Hit the ball very hard her first 2 times up. It says, you know what? They're not expecting this. I'm going to drop down a bunt.
Yeah, Davis came in quickly and made a good play, but she was lined up about even with the base at the start of that play, and Maddie just looked at that and said, I can get a base here.
Sadler at bat now for Maple Grove. Looks at a strike. She is 0 for 3 today. Runner is going, and Lehman from her knees trying to throw that one. Tough pitch to handle in the dirt, and easy steal there for Gordon.
It's her 4th stolen base of the year, which ties her for the team lead.
A little low and away that time. Hits it down to short. Nice stop. Oh, Johnson just gets her at first base. A tremendous defensive play at short for the Rebels. So the Crimson done in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left aboard. A couple more at-bats for Champlin Park. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Rebels trail the Crimson 5-1.
as much as I do. It must be love, love, love. It must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best.
It must be love. It must be hospice.
Champlin Park needs to make something happen here. They'll have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up in the bottom of the 6th. They trail at 5-1, and Sydney Smith has really started to move things along here. He's retired 7 in a row now for Maple Grove, and the last 2 innings were very quick ones.
Yeah, and she's not only retired the 7 in a row, she's looked very confident in doing so, and have the hitters off of their normal game here.
Rogers has had a strikeout and a walk so far today. Behind that one, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, earlier in the game, Champlin Park was laying off the high pitch a little bit more. I think that one probably would have been a called strike anyway, but.
And she did lay off that one, so 2-1. So 3-1 count here. Rogers would love to get a board here to at least give them some hope to chip away at this lead. Swings and misses here though. And that one is going to get through for a base hit. Didn't hit it all that hard, but they were playing up, looking for a possible slap hit, and able to squeeze that one through. So Craig will be the batter now for Champlin Park. She was hit by a pitch and then had a single in the 3rd, so 1 for 1. Fouls this one back out of play. That one's a strike. Lifting this one back up and out of play, was really protecting on that pitch up around her shoulders.
Yeah, that's the ones they weren't going after earlier in the game. Of course, it's also a combination. Smith has been bringing the ball a little bit closer to the zone. And that's what good pitchers do. They find out what the hitters are going to give them, and then they make the adjustments.
Didn't get her to offer after that one. 1-2.
Yeah, it looks like she's trying to go back up a little bit based on her success in the last couple innings.
And this one lifted out to center field, and Craig is retired as Sadler squeezes it for out number 1. Lehman will be the hitter now for Champlin Park. Ooh, and that one hits her. So Lehman aboard. Second batter that Smith has hit today.
She's turned right into it. which is a good play.
And I have Taylor Gakeen come out and be a courtesy runner for the catcher, Lehman. So runners at first and second with one out for Brittany Davis, who's 1 for 2. Had a solid single and actually then stole second and third, and has the Rebels' only run scored of the day. Then the next time around, it wasn't quite as fortunate. Smith motored down on 3 pitches, but interesting battle here. This, you realize the game definitely not over yet. The Rebels 1 out and a couple aboard. Smith nips the outside corner there.
I know Smith, cruising along for a couple innings. You go, this game's about over, and all of a sudden you look up and the tying run's in the on-deck circle.
Gave us a swing and a miss and an 0-2.
Tries to get her to chase the high one.
Just gets a piece of that one to hang in.
Good pitch, good swing.
And a rip and a miss. Pitch down and away, and Davis swings and misses, so 2 gone. And Jenrich will be the hitter now for Champlin Park.
Down and away and right on the black at the knees. I mean, that's almost a perfect pitch in that situation.
Change up over for a strike. Jenrich drove in the run with a squeeze bunt in the second inning and then grounded to second base in the 4th. Smith trying to work out of a little jam here in the 6th. Up and way out of the zone there.
Smith has that routine between every pitch. Very confident. She just mows him down.
Jenrich strikes out swinging, so Smith battles back to get out of the inning for the Rebels in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a couple left aboard. We'll head to inning number 7 here. Maple Grove 5, Champlin Park 1 is our score.
A Brooklyn Park church received some unwelcome visitors this past weekend.
Volunteers really do have their work cut out for them. They'll be inspecting 23,000 residential lots and city boulevards.
The problem began when the railroad decided to increase the train's speed. In the process, they had to raise a portion of the track over here.
Fire crews got a call around 4 Friday morning from a passerby alerting them to a deck fire.
This time, little lob for Winicky, trying to go up and get it. Touchdown!
And we go to inning number 7. You see our line score there, 5-1 Maple Grove. Getting a couple runs in the 3rd and then 3 more in the 5th. Sarah Michael getting set to lead it off here in the 7th.
It's been a very crisply played game. Pretty good defense on both sides. And pitchers are keeping the ball in the zone.
Michael 2 for 3 today, a couple of singles, drove in a run and scored a run in the 5th. New left fielder coming in for the Rebels is McKenna Hansen. There's a strike. Michael Bunning in the air, and Lehman will make the catch. Able to find it in a hurry there and squeeze it.
So that's the one play where the sun might have come in the fielder's eyes there.
So one gone. Sydney Smith, the pitcher, will bat. 0 for 2, but walked last time, and her courtesy runner came in to score. That one skips in there for Meyer.
An excellent technique blocking the ball even with no runners on base. It's always good to stay in practice.
Outside with that one, and it's 3-0. That one's over, 3-1.
Yeah, I suspect she had the green light if it was exactly the pitch she was looking for.
Drills it foul. So 3-2 count here to Smith. Lifting it out to right field. It's going to hang up and catch made. So 2 gone. And Sarah Southern, who's been real good today, 3 for 3. Ryan Woodley calling time here.
I just want a little camera time.
Whatever he said seems to have cracked him up a little bit here.
That's the kind of talk that that works a lot when players in a little funk. But right now, she's been pitching pretty well. Cassie's been getting back into her groove and keeping the batters off balance. That's her game.
That one on the outside part of the plate for strike. 0-1 here to Southern. Trying to get a rare 4-hit game. You know, you see people get 3 hits. And she is going to do it if she can beat it to first. And it's knocked down but not handled. So it's a base hit. Sarah Southern now 4 for 4 for the Crimson. You can't always even count on getting 4 at bats necessarily and to get hits on all of them. And they haven't been cheap ones either.
Yeah, the right fielder is definitely looking to make a play at first there.
Well, Crone will be the hitter.
That's where that excellent blocking technique comes in handy.
Megan had a double to drive in a run last time, so 1 for 3 today. Lays off that one. That one's over for a strike. Off the end of the bat, foul toward the third base dugout.
Fortunately, missing the opening in the dugout.
Change up, pounded to short. Johnson up with it. Throw across and gets the out, and The
Good
Crimson
inning.
done in the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left aboard. We go to the bottom half of inning number 7. It is 5-1 Maple Grove.
Hi, I'm here to tell you about a new medical website designed especially for older folks. Website, you say? I can't work on computers, they're not senior friendly, blah, blah, blah. But the National Institutes of Health fixed all that. Now you can make the type bigger, increase contrast, even make it talk to you.
Arthritis.
Just go to NIHseniorhealth.gov and get the best medical information available anywhere. NIHseniorhealth.gov, built with you in mind.
Maple Grove trying to put the finishing touches on a win here. Champlin Park down 5-1, but one more opportunity here. They'll have the bottom third of their order coming up. So Paulsrud, Meyer, and Jesh, the scheduled hitters for Champlin Park.
It's amazing, though, in watching a lot of softball games, that bottom third of the order starts a lot of rallies. And that's obviously what Champlin Park is hoping is going to happen right here.
Paulsrud has struggled so far today, 0 for 2, both strikeouts. But they obviously have enough confidence in her to send her up there and see if she can't get something started here in the 7th. Takes a strike.
Laid off that high pitch.
There's strike 2. Up and a miss, and down on strikes for a third time goes Paulsrud. And the pitcher Meyer will step in now for the Rebels. And then the hands fouls that one away. Meyer, a little pop up to the pitcher and a strikeout, so she's 0 for 2. It's like we're going to have a pinch hitter after Meyer in the number 9 slot as Taylor Gokin has come into the on-deck circle. Another foul out of play. That one misses low and away.
Lost control of that one just a little bit.
Pounded up the middle. Nice backhand stop, and the throw is in time. Dynamite play there by Meyer. Ranging to the middle. Boy, I didn't think there was really all that much chance he was going to be able to come up with this one cleanly and able to still get it out. Nice.
Set her feet very nicely. Makes a good strong throw.
And Mulcrone did a good job too of snaring that one and staying on the bag. So Taylor Gokin, the pinch hitter now, stepping in and takes a strike. Rebels down to their last out. Change up in the dirt. Lays off that one up and out of the zone.
Taylor is 2 for 5 on the year, so in limited opportunities, she has come through.
Rip and a miss. One of the best gymnasts at Champlin Park as well. State meet competitor. And that one misses. So count full here as Gokeen trying to keep things alive here for Champlin Park.
Start that 2-out rally.
And fouling it back. And that one off the catcher's mask.
Well, last time we saw a hitter, a number 9 hitter, foul off a bunch of pitches.
That's right. That was Gordon who did it for Maple Grove and then ended up homering. Fights another one off. And a rip and a miss, and Smith ends up winning the battle and closing it out in style with her 11th strikeout of the afternoon. So no runs, no hits, and no one left in the 7th for Champlin Park. And Maple Grove wins it by a score of 5-1 with a couple in the 3rd inning and then 3 more in inning number 5. We will be back to wrap things up and hear from the Crimson here on 12 Sports as Maple Grove takes a 5-1 win over Champlin Park.
Yeah, but did you see how much he had to drink last night? I can't believe that guy made it home. Nobody drives drunk anymore. Hold on, I got another call coming in.
While drunk driving rates have dropped greatly, negligent driving and speeding fatalities have skyrocketed. Someone dies every 13 minutes from negligent driving, so keep your hands on the wheel, your eyes on the road, and your phone put away.
The environment is my passion. Every day, I live for the outdoors and all of its challenges. That's why I enlisted in the Coast Guard. Now, I serve to protect the environment and defend my country. It's like I was born for this.
Were you born ready for a greater challenge? Find out at GoCoastGuard.com.
Welcome back here to Champlin Park. Maple Grove wins it today by a score of 5-1, and the two ladies joining us in our postgame today combined 7 for 7. Sarah Southern, 4 for 4 for you. How exciting was it to really lock in and get in a groove hitting like that?
It was definitely a nice change. I mean, we had a little bit of a rough weekend this weekend, at least for me, for hitting, so it was just nice to kind of get back into it. So.
Yeah, you guys had what's been rare for you this year with a loss in that tournament, but it's something that you guys talked about, okay, it's time to bounce back and we have to just put that behind us?
Yeah, it's a good learning experience. I mean, you got to have a loss to know what it feels like, and I mean, it just definitely put it into perspective of what, we have at stake, so.
I know you'd played this Champlin Park team a little bit earlier, but they came back and played you pretty tough for a part of the game, and then you guys were able to break through. What was the difference in able to string some hits together there?
Definitely just the amount of energy we had. I mean, we were just kind of slow at the beginning, but then I think Maddie's home run definitely got us up a little bit.
All right, congratulations on the win here, Sarah. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And Maddie Gordon, boy, that home run was something special. And it was not only just the hit, but the at-bat with so many foul balls. And at that point, what were you thinking? Just put the ball and play hard somewhere, or what was your thoughts right there?
I was thinking, give me the changeup. I know I can hit it. I'm used to playing a really small ball game, so that was a little different to actually hit it over a fence. So, I mean, it was a great feeling.
Coach Coltus was telling me that was probably your first career home run ever, and that's got to be a great feeling, isn't it?
Great feeling, yeah. I've never felt anything like that before.
as you see the final score now, you don't really think about it, but at the time you guys were trailing in the game too, so it was a big momentum swing kind of hit, I think, too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very intense. The teams were going back and forth. Everyone was hitting well, both sides. It was really stressful, so it's kind of nice to get that lead ahead right there.
And then once you do get a lead, it has to be a good feeling to know you're turning the ball over to Sydney Smith and able to take care of him a little bit too, right?
Well, Sydney's one of the best, and you can't really get better than her, and I don't trust anyone more than I trust her on the pitching mound.
Obviously, you guys have had a nice start to the season so far, and the one loss over the weekend. But do you like the way this team's playing ball right now, too? Obviously winning games, but do you like what you're seeing in terms of the play on the field, too?
Oh, yeah. We have so much energy. We work so hard. It's unbelievable. We have this bond that a lot of teams don't have, and I think that gives us an edge up for sure.
Maddie, thanks for joining us. Great job here today.
Thank you.
All right, Maddie Gordon, 3 for 3, including a 2-run blast down the right field line for the Crimson. That put them in the lead for good. They tacked on 3 more runs a couple innings later, and they secure the win here. We hope you've enjoyed today's game. For Jim Feldman and all of our crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Once more, your final score here from Champlin Park is Maple Grove 5, Champlin Park 1. Thank you.